Hello everyone, welcome back to Kirklees Guitar School. In today's acoustic guitar lesson, I'm going to teach you the Byrds version of Hey Mr Tambourine Man. It's got a great little lick in the beginning to get your fingers round, and then it's only got 3 chords in it. If you head to the first link in the description, I keep referencing a free PDF that you can download from my website. You don't have to give me your email address, you don't have to sign up for anything, but all the slides I'm going to show you in today's lesson, excuse me, that I show you on screen are lifted out of this PDF, and you can download it for free from the first link in the description. So head over there and get that. If you like the way that I teach and you'd like to see a little bit more of me, I'd urge you to check out the second link in the description for the Kirklees Guitar School Academy. The Kirklees Guitar School Academy is my membership platform where Academy members get access to all the courses and all the extra material I've ever done in one place, sort of a Netflix for guitar lessons type thing. Plus, every song lesson that I put here up on YouTube, you get access to a technical focus lesson that's song specific, where I show you like a little tip that'll help you get through the song. And there's also a full guided playthrough with scrolling tabs underneath, so you can see exactly how I play it. You can get that with a 14-day free trial from the second link in the description. Right then, so what are we up against? We've got 3 chords. We've got a D chord, A major, and G major. Now we're going to start this piece with a little bit of tab. Now when you think of Mr Tambourine Man, well, when I think of Mr Tambourine Man, I think of this. And I think what I like about this song is it's a great excuse for you to practice a little bit of lead and a little bit of melody. And guitarists that are studying with me here at the school at the minute, we've got this really big push to look at can you play a riff and then some chords, a bit like the Love Will Tear Us Apart lesson that I did a couple of weeks ago. So we're going to start. If you just want to strum this, you can just strum a D chord and an A chord with the strumming pattern that I'm going to show you in a second. But if you want to play the lead bit, pay attention to the notes underneath as well, the crotchets and the quavers underneath. It'll give you a good guide for the rhythm for this. So we're going to start with the open D string, and then with my index finger, I'm going to hold the 2nd fret of the G, and I'm going to pick that one as well. Now immediately afterwards, I'm going to pick that D string again with an upstroke. In fact, I'm going to go down, up, down. So alternate picking to start with. I'm then going to take my ring finger and I'm going to play the 4th fret of the G string, 2nd fret, open on the G. 4, 2, 0. And then we're just going to tag that 4th fret with the ring finger on the D string underneath it. Now pause the video and get this first bar under your fingers. Alternate picking, and try and use your index and your ring finger for this. Don't do it all with one finger, okay? Now paying attention to the crotchets and the quavers underneath, the rhythm, this first note that we play, this open D note, lasts for a full beat. Everything else lasts for half a beat. Can you see underneath the tabs there's like a line that connects, there's like groups of 2 that are connected together. Well, those are called quavers and they last for half a beat. So the rhythm for this whole bar is 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let me just tap that out again for you without speaking over it. So you've got one long one, followed by 6 short ones, and getting the rhythm for this. And I've heard a lot of people play this, and I've heard a lot of people play it, and it's just not been quite right. If you need to really slow it down, don't focus on how fast you can play it. How fast can you play it and play it right? I'd much rather a student play it at a snail's pace and play it correctly rather than play it fast and play it wrong. Moving over into the second bar, we're going to start with the 2nd fret of the D string. That's an E. And see how we've got 3 quavers in a row. So you're gonna play that 2nd fret, then you're gonna let go and play the open string twice. Da da da. Then you're gonna play the 2nd fret for a crotchet. So you hold that a little bit longer. Da 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 da. Followed by, just as you'd sort of started, similar kind of rhythm, open D string twice, followed by that 2nd fret. All together. Can you hear how this 2 in the middle of this bar, I'm sort of hanging on to it for a little bit longer than the others, and that's what kind of makes it all kind of fit together. Now you'll see at the top of the PDF, it's the intro riff for this is what I've just shown you, repeated twice. I like to play that twice, and then you'll hit the next chord's a G, which I'm going to show you in a second, and that's the lyric, "Hey Mr Tambourine Man." That's where it all comes in. So pause the video and get this lick under your fingers, because this comes at the end of the song as well. There's no more tabs to read, it's all chords from here on out in this lesson. But I think it's a really good practice to try and play that and see if you can get the melody, and then ultimately can you try and marry that up with the with the song. If you feel like this is a little bit beyond you, the strumming pattern that I'm going to show you in a second, you can just play. You can just play the chords over the top of it, and it will work just fine. Right, moving on to the chords and ultimately the chorus. Then now, this strumming pattern's what I advise for most kind of. Sort of if you've been playing for a couple of weeks and you want to start getting into strumming patterns, this is the first strumming pattern that I tend to give a student, which is down, down, up, up, down, 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 up, up, down. Now that seems a bit juvenile, I'm tapping and I'm clapping and I'm muting the strings, but if you can't hear that rhythm in your head, you're going to really struggle to get it to come out of your guitar. Down, down, up, up, down. If you do a little search on my YouTube, I did a sort of bit more of a comprehensive breakdown on that pattern if you need it, and if I remember, I'll throw it in the comments as well for you. So we're going to start with the G chord, D, and that's "Hey Mr Tambourine Man, play a song for me." And it's a really kind of like steady tempo. We're not in a rush to get anywhere with this. And you'll see that this carries on this whole chorus. Now the top 3 lines here, the top 3 bars is what I've just shown you on camera. This is the whole chorus. Hey Mr. A, 2, 3, 4, D, a song to G. I'm not D, 2, 3, 4, G. And then there's 2 bars of A. So you can see how it's very, like, there's some songs that you strum along to and they don't really sound like anything, and then there are other songs that you come across and it's quite hard not to hum the melody over the top. This song is definitely the second of those 2. Now there is a cheeky little bar of G thrown in at the end. That actually belongs to the next section, but just for formatting, it was the best place to put it. I'd like you to pause the video with the down, down, up, up, down strumming pattern. I'd like you to play all of those 9 bars that are on screen for me if you can. Now this continues for the remainder of the first page, which is pretty much just repeats the same thing, apart from with 2 bars of D at the end rather than 2 bars of A. So you've got A, D, the 2 bars of D. Now conveniently that takes you across to page 2 of the PDF, which is the verse for the song. Now I can't even remember the first lyric of the verse, but we're just going to kind of keep the same strumming pattern going. Very similar to what we've done before. So you've got G, A, D, G, and then on the bottom line you've got D, G, D, G. Now these verses are interesting because there's a lot of this D to G happening. This is the second part of the verse. This is sort of roughly in the middle of page 2 of the PDF. D, G, D, G, and then those 2 bars of A. Now one thing I want you to think about with this song is that verse, the last 2 slides that I've shown you, occupy the entirety of page 2 of the PDF. Okay? Now, in this song, whenever you go into another section, whether that be you're going from a chorus to a verse, or there's actually 2 verses smushed together that occupy the entire second page, they'll always bundle two of the same chords together, whether it's 2 A's, 2 bars of A, or whether it's 2 bars of D. And that's almost kind of like, that tells me sort of subconsciously something's going to happen moving on. So moving on to the 3rd page. Now I haven't put slides in all this because you can go get the PDF that'll give you the exact roadmap for this. But essentially the chorus and the verse, we do a chorus, which the intro and the chorus, which occupy page 1. You'll do verse 2 twice, which occupies page 2. And as you move on to page 3, there's another chorus. So back to Hey Mr Tambourine Man, etc. And then you'll go to the ending, which looks like this. Now the ending is identical to the intro. And what I want you to aim for with this is, watch my picking hand over here. I'm down and up picking, and I'm not doing like really sort of wide movements. Nice kind of sort of short, sharp movements with the plectrum. It's really going to help you with that. That's a fantastic picking exercise. Now what you'll find is the intro riff repeats 4 times, but the track will gradually kind of phase out. Now, I'll just leave you with this one last little bit. When it comes to Bob Dylan tunes, Bob Dylan's like one of the best songwriters of our generation. But then when those songs are given to somebody like the Byrds or Jimi Hendrix or a whole host of other people that put their sort of spin on it, it takes it up to another level. Now, this song is predominantly, it's 3 chords and it's pretty much the same thing, round and round and round. But what you've got to think of in these kind of songs, it's not particularly the music that's important, it's the words and the story that's being told. So whether you're looking at this, or you're looking at Blowing in the Wind, or All Along the Watchtower, you'll find it's kind of like one thing that just goes round and round and round and round. And what I do as a guitarist in a band to make that interesting for the audience, I might play the verses a little bit quieter, and I might dig in a little bit more for the choruses, so we have these kind of peaks and troughs within the song. And that's what separates kind of a beginner from an intermediate guitar player, is the consensus that the song needs to be bigger at certain points, so they'll dig in a little bit more, but not too much. And then in the verses they'll back off a little bit, and it's a really good practice for your plectrum and just your overall musicianship. So if you're looking for something extra to bolt onto this, please have a look at that. Now, the technical focus lesson in the academy for this is it's taking that A chord. You'll see some people play an A chord like this. Now, I don't know about you, but I've got shovels for hands. I tend to play an A chord by doing a little bar, and I've got some tips in the technical focus lesson for this for you to take away, so make sure you go check that out. If you haven't done so already, go get the PDF and print it off if you've got the means to do so at home. It's really, really going to help you, and I'll see you next week for another guitar lesson. Thank you so much for watching.